Yeah. I said I really hope everyone like pushing for the
Okay. This is going to be fall, pre-fall and fall one. We usually do these walks to get brand and retail teams aware of like what's coming out and excited about like stories, and we're including the cat team so that they know the vibe for the catalog, that kind of stuff. So our theme for fall holiday was cabin decor.
It's got a little demolished.
Yeah.
Colors.
It looked way better.
Fallen enough.
The vibe of like that New England or Tahoe, kind of rustic again with like big chunky sweater, and like some classic items. And a lot of our colors though came from the colors of these cabins, or like the seasons, leaves changing and fall, like some reds, some deep forest greens and olive greens, and some yellow coming in from the leaves and whatnot. That was the inspiration. So if you remember from Spur, we had a much different color. It was like a lot of bright reds and blues and like some pinks and stuff happening in there. So we're using this new pre-fall. It's our first time doing pre-fall as a palette cleanser. So if you're following along, we're in men's. That's the pre-fall delivery right now. So coming in, we're gonna have like a lot of grays and whites and like neutral to set the stage for the new colors coming in fall. So one thing we're really excited about is this new Heather Gray. We've tried 2 different Heather Grays. One was kind of like this, but with less of these neps and less texture. And then we had a new one come out for us that was like much lighter. So we're really excited about this one. We're doing it in men's and women. But this is crew neck, V-neck, and short sleeve pen length.
Are they tri-blend ones or big?
They're tri-blend.
Yeah. So they're just with the Heather Gray from last year.
Yeah. Yeah. It has these kind of dark neps.
Previous one looked more like athletic. Almost like gym class Heather Gray, whereas this has the black neps. It just feels a little more elevated and
the
life.
Yarn. They can go, hey Julia. I was like, I'll call like novelty yarn, looking for information from stuff like that. Like we can speak to. There's something interesting in it.
Some of our fashion basics that are again are in kind of news, but that that we launched summer was really successful in the green and that Heather Gray. So now we're doing it in Arctic Lafayette stripe. Everything we put in this usually does sell really well, so that's exciting. And then our contrast pocket tees are always like our best selling thing. Then so we have this one that's tri-blend blue, and it has this hit. This stripe we're calling vintage oat stripe that's coming in for men and women in fall one.
And are both of those the same?
No, the Lafayette is like on.
Sorry, I meant for the boutique.
No, this is just a trend. This is a nominated fabric.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's
is it linen cotton?
Linen
with like flax in it.
Flax.
You eat it.
Yeah.
With one graphic come in, I just seem to see these things do really for us as well. It's kind of just bringing in that hitting that we're going to see coming forward, but still keeping it kind of light and pre-fall.
Is the intention that the summer graphics are still here, or is there only one graphics?
The summer graphics will still be around, but we'll hopefully mark down starting like July 11th, or no, like July 17th, and it'll hit July 11th. So it'll be like when this new stuff comes out.
And then line has nothing with the infrastructure.
There will be a lot of.
I was like, okay.
Our one sort of novelty long sleeve is this baseball tee. This one's tri-blend, single layer, and it has the 3/4 sleeves, so just over that summery weight. But these have done really well for us in the past, so we're excited about that guy. And they're sort of like just a fun for women to
And that's the same Heather Gray as the other ones?
Yes.
We should come up with a new, it's like some new novelty. Yeah.
This is an awesome beach hoodie that was supposed to come in summer, but it's now. It's this novelty terry. It's the Lafayette stripe that we talked about before. It has this French terry situation inside. It has a button. I think it's the same body as the indigo one that was on the floor, but too soft. Really cool.
Much softer. The indigo one was very rough and heavy. It looked cool, but it was like didn't do well. I think
like it straight. Like if that's the same, just different fabric.
Yeah, same stripe. Different fabric.
The terry still has a dry hand, opposed to a fleece. It's in our signature. Backing, so it's really.
So our two wovens coming in, man, again, are kind of staying with that neutral gray and blue theme. This is a really cool new stripe. It's like a really thin gray and white. And from far away, it looks like it could just be gray, and then over dyeing it in blue as well. And then this is going to be in for women and too. So it's like a his and her edition. Mike stole this, so we got it.
They're both double cloth. So we've done before. 100% cotton. Yeah.
Very soft. And then our last thing for preview call for men are our cold clothing, which we've done now. Might be a full year we've done them now. And this really cool olive green. That
Maybe the last one we ever did.
yeah, this may be the last event because we're actually launching 5 pocket pants in holiday. Or maybe fall too. But you'll see this color come out more in fall one.
And what's the difference between those and Beckham?
The Beckham was the same body, just a thicker fabric. We've actually done 3 fabrics. The first ones were really, really thin and light. Then we went heavy for holiday, and then we took it to like a happy medium for last spring.
So this is the same fabric as spring.
This is that third, and yeah, medium but lightweight. Okay, so the women's pre-fall, same situation on your handout. We have our work coming in the tank camis, and then you have that new Heather Ray, the True Crew, which was awesome, and the V-neck. We're moving away from U-necks, kind of keeping with that trend that we started, and that they were selling down. We have new exciting bodies, but the one we decided to bring in was in our best selling thin gray and white fabric, because pretty much everything sells when you put it in there. That'll be the one. Yeah. For our like fashion short sleeve basics, we have our boyfriend pocket saddle tennis cool custom stripe, like it's kind of like a neutral. Go with anything. And then we have an awesome ringer coming in. It has this little patch that's like 3 dimensions, says left times roll, and has a little like roller blade or wheel. Our Gross is one of these, and the 2 right now are doing so. This is like one of our best items. I'm so to get that in while it's still getting a little warmer.
The tank camis, did you guys update the body of those?
We've not updated the body yet, but I think we will this spring, summer 18. Our one thing that's just not so neutral is this lovely reversible raglan. It was like some mistake, but now she's great. We're in her. You're actually gonna see the same coming in for kids, for little girls in holiday, which is awesome. It's pink and blue, and then pink and blue on the other side. Completely reverse. We do this every season. Like our best selling thing. It never fails to like sell over 100 units a week. It's definitely the brighter one than normal, but we have like a more neutral one coming in for fall. It's the other gray and green.
Just kind of proud description, like that milk. We just screwed up the color. So just be like, it's interesting because it's like it makes the process real. Like pick a different color. It doesn't look anything else, but it's soft.
Our two opens coming in for women is one of our new tank cami. Inside out bodies that we did for summer. We did it in 3 colors: the green and blue, and then the pom. This one's actually in this non-Velcro fabric, which is kind of like a brushed silky situation. It's like really rough, but still has kind of a matte look. It's not that shiny. And we'll be using this in 2 fabrics. It'll also be coming in fall one in some t-shirt dresses that are like a little more upscale than like cottony ones. And then we have a short sleeve chambray, really light, which is awesome. We finally got our body down for this. We've had some trouble with our nerd shirts. They were like a little boxy, but this one has that saddle bottom, and I think it fits really well. So we're excited to continue on with this one because our summer ones did really well.
Is that like is it like a denim?
It's our Tencel Chalet. Same one that we've done like in the.
It's a new quality.
Oh, it's a new quality.
Yeah, it's a new quality that actually has more texture to it. We're calling it like
But that's an innocent wash.
yeah. The one we did in the off the shoulder and the ones that we used this past spring were a bit different. This one really lightweight, but it just has this nice texture.
A new development that we have coming in for pre-fall is this sweatshirt dress, which is submits with that beige terry that we used, indigo for women in spring and in summer, and then we use it in indigo and this like stout black color for men's. So this is that one. It's a new body. Really excited these kind of thing trending, and working really hard to make it like kind of flattering and cute, but still loungy. And it's
That ribbon with the neck and the bottom.
yeah, and on the sleeve.
Sort of like a athletic gym chest with stretch.
And then the Latin for women, going along with the men's polo pant. We have the Allison pant, which is our selling women's pant, in the washed out olive green. I think that the fabric got a little bit messed up, so it's not actually going to be the right, like the green that matched perfectly, but it's still a good green. And it has this dolphin bottom, and we'll still have the black one around. We've got a lot of stories, so I don't think if they let one fit. No,
It's so.
this is the same brick that the Katie short was supposed to be was in, and that short really well.
Are you doing third bottoms too?
We will have Levi West still around. We're thinking fall bringing in maybe like a more fashiony blonde or a skinny jean, true skinny.
But right now it's Levi's. So we have the short that's around for summer. So maybe something else will be moving.
So then we get into fall one for men. So then when our true kind of furs are coming in after that palette. Our two big colors coming in this delivery are this Admiral Green and then this, I think this is called dark blue, but it's like washed out great blue. And these are going to be the same colors you'll see coming in for women, and just different. Actually, the women have the same fabric as this blue, but it'll be in slug for the green. In Bruise and V-necks, we're still not doing as many necks in men's because this is the sale finding, but in those like a green and a blue, we still think that there's a space for them.
Fall one drops 8.
August in the stores. We have some fashion basics in as well. Like our potties are all for us. Really excited about this one. It's kind of color we're calling ash. It's the same fabric as the heather gray, but like it's kind of white nips again. That heather gray on the pocket. So kind of a neutral way to do those contrast pockets. Will be interesting to see if he responds the same way. Then, so that stripe that you saw on the other pocket tee, we have come in a crew shirt for the men's. We have the blue hit on the collar, but see for the women's, we did a more neutral, just to differentiate. And then this is the incorrect indigo stand, right?
Yeah, see you later.
This is indigo with a really cool little red stripe going through it, a little stripe. It's going to be super washed out, closer to the chambray color. And then be coming in men's for a neck, and then a polo, which we're excited about because our stolo we had for summer did so well.
Is that
Tencel cotton. It's just like a new, anytime we talk about Tencel, it's the best. It's like more eco-friendly, like durable, and that's like really unique. You see a lot of the indigo stress cotton in the market, but they're much rougher than ours. Like soft. How long ago? Like for shooting for you guys, I feel like those pocket tees for guys and then that coat stripe, I think would be good for like the awesome like inside.
So then for short other, we had that polo that I just talked about, and then short sleeve Henley coming in at great olive green. We're going back to the 2 buttons for our shorts and friendly, so that's a change from ones we've been doing. Not sure what the decision. I can't speak to that.
One
but
button.
one button. This is cool. And then we have a new fabric for a polo, which we're excited about. It's more back to like your PK. And
This, I think, is a new development cycle. Like, this isn't happening later, right?
we have it coming in fall one.
It should be a heavyweight, a heavyweight roll.
Yeah, that's it's just a way
Not it.
Yeah,
Heavyweight polo.
we'll find the right one.
It's a navy.
Yeah, maybe I think.
That's midnight. That same color that we did the original Plum Party graphic on. We have some great graphics coming in. It's not here, but you'll see yellow coming in in one of the graphics and kind of a small one we did the surf on. With colors like that, we don't expect them to be like a bestseller, but it kind of rounds out the assortment like our bought appropriately. So
it was actually got the slow wave was not one of them. Because we figured we realized it was going to be the bus.
Oh yeah. I didn't include this because they were going to be different. This is one that we have as a pocket graphic, which is something we're trying to end on.
That looks good too.
Yeah, we're going to pull 20% of the color out of it, so it's a little more faded. Yeah.
Colors will be a little bit more faded, and then it has a back hit, which is going to get a little bit bigger to be faded, but kind of awesome. And we have this one that's like sharks or waves and a shark. And then we have this great vintage California on that. And then 2 more coming. One's another one of the big sideways bus, which is really well. It's going to be on yellow. And then we're going to do slow wave, which did really well this spring on the same green you saw on the CD. That kind of. I forget what it's called. Myrtle.
I think it was renaming much better. It's a hurdle.
Thanks to Cecilia. Then we have our double knit story. Really about this. This is the Owen that was our this has 3 colors happening. The Owen is what we did for spring in a double knit baseball, and it was our best selling thing. So this has olive green, that blue that you saw on the base, and then this nice green double knit fully long sleeve, which is different from the single layer 3/4 one came out in pre-fall. We also are doing the same baseball body, which is a really good seller for us in this solid, which is again that blue. I think it's called deep denim or true denim now. Then for Henleys, we have our Heather Grant twist, which is always a bestseller for us. Then that really great olive, which I think will do super well. And then a new development. We're revisiting the Active Henley. Our sport graphics are crushing it. So we want to try and expand on our sports section. We're also gonna have an Active crew long sleeve coming out later. This Henley, it's with that same fabric that it's the same fabric that's our sport like leggings, but a little bit lighter. So it has that kind of nice king sensation.
That's like a 4-way stretch lost.
It's not the same as the shirt. So it's the same as like the ski legging.
Okay.
But
yeah,
like
4-way stretch. All of our big 4-way stretch. Salmon figure.
Fun random side note, Greg sent out a customer survey asking customers a lot of the questions. One was like what they want from us. And the popular answers so far been more popular. Which I know I actually did it and we had a hard time.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so I don't know how we call that out. And it like the customer interested in seeing more active. Yes. It was activewear and then women's larger, I think.
We're working on that too.
Yeah. Perfect. Most of the things are
we actually explored merging the crews like all together in the stores like a sport moment. I don't know if that just coincides with them being some crews, but they've been selling so well, so maybe like it's a little active capsule.
Yeah. EDN doesn't even know this yet, but he's going to be working on it.
And women too.
Yeah.
Like you have,
We want to do it like as it's not going to be guys. There's going to be the green layer in a way that is that extension of like athletes are so overused. It's really like all right, we want it to look like same cool, unique stuff.
Three women coming in fall on. This color you'll see again more in fall too. Comes out the palette. It's sort of it was raw. It's like a burgundy, and then the women's is like a little bit more purple in it, and we're calling Merlot. This one is this is definitely lighter than it'll show up in the basics because it's the Weft or Syrah. It's kind of like a non-solid that has a little texture. Great.
It's a twill, but it's like the cuts the Syrah on the diagonal.
Then we have a buffalo. These have done really well for us in the past. Last year we had the Beacon, which was a blue and a gray. It's like our bestseller throughout fall and holidays. So there's something blue on blue. I think it'll be great, just classic shirt. And then this is a double cloth that we're really excited about.
Indigo.
Indigo. So blue and here is indigo, and tried indigo that was pulled down. And then the back side is this indigo. Watch that. But there's lighter blue on there.
We'll find
Find out.
And that's not the black. That's just the back.
This is double cloth. So one side's that solid, then the other side is the plaid.
These two are big because they're new 100% cotton. Once they were like years.
It's on this.
Yeah. So that's like a heathered cotton. Lighter, sort of really good like transition. And like a good new cotton.
The shrink different or okay?
Still pretty well, like, so it'll come up.
So this is kind of these that's heavier than our summer stuff and lighter than our black gowns, or
Yeah, these like are. Yeah.
well, and before in a shirt like that, we've done a kind of cotton blend that was soft but had issues. And so we were searching for a new quality that we could use. It was really hard to find what was actually like soft enough. Gave us that good feel that still had other yarn and kind of make it look like. So we were excited to find us.
So this flexibility issues.
No billing.
No, but
Yeah.
And plain up 100% cotton. I mean, I'm a fan of non-synthetic fibers, so I feel like that's a good selling point.
those are the only two that are 100% cotton.
No,
Well, all of them.
All of our-
All of the woven.
well, except
Except
women's, we have some. We have like rayon on black, but it has more cotton than before. Just
The double pop up one is
that's 100% cotton.
that's the cotton too. Wow.
Our double cloth have always been 100% cotton.
That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Story to tell.
We can talk about that's another one just star. Cotton's not the cotton not the same.
Okay, so fall one for men, same thing, starting out with that blue and green that we got for men. This will be in our boyfriend pocket tee, and then the V-neck. And bodies for will be the true crew, and then the V-neck.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
This is the true.
It does. It's a sample.
Oh, sorry. This is a watch.
That tribal.
The blue stripe blend. Yeah, it's the same fabric as blue. And then we'll be pulling forward the pink V-neck, summer, just to bring some warmth into the assortment. And then we have a new neutral that was called Perch. That's kind of a taupe and Drew Crew. Tricks set up. And our last thing for classic basics, we're bringing back the True Crew and our thin gray. Then our fashion basics, bringing back our varsity sleeve, haven't done in a bit, in white and black. Always is a good seller for us. And then that oat strip that we saw in men's, we have in the True Crew for women, the oat knit on the collar, men's tattoo. And then we're also doing the oat in the long sleeve.
And that varsity one, it looks big. It just looks like more.
Yeah, it's kind of an oversized, like wide V-neck, that kind of jersey. So something exciting for women's long sleeves. It's had that high-low body, and it was you're realizing like these are really long body, really long, and the skin kind of declined. So we thought maybe it was tired and needed a revamp. So this is the body for us. Sleeves and langy in order, and it has a saddle bottom, kind of getting off the 6 bar trim.
So
And we have
shorten
it
them up.
short them up and new bottom. So it comes in white,
You're
thin.
still all right.
I know, I'll be okay. Just like,
No, they're still
I won't
long
be
enough.
pregnant.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like they were like
Yes,
obscenely
legitimately
long.
for like
I know.
dresses.
Saddle still helps it
I
like
like
cover.
genuinely wore them until like 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not making maternity. Great. Very
Like that.
Very, very tall.
women.
Trimester women. Probably not. Yeah, perfectly fitted dress.
So this look on thin gray and white as well, and then that stripe that was
Cute.
really cute. More kind of fashion long sleeves. We have a baseball tee, kind of going off that ash color, and then the new heather gray. Excited this one because the one that we dropped for summer had a little bit of a fit issue. So this comes in, and we're being able to get as successful as they've been in the past. And then we did the long sleeve tulip back in spring in black, and it was hugely successful. So now we're doing it in white, and it'll come in black again. For those who don't have like this slit, it came off first. We did it in pink, and it was amazing. Started in a long sleeve, all things. So now we're expanding. I'm going to double it for women. Doing another one of our. It's like the flash dance double knit. It was taken off our reversible raglan that did so well. It has a wider neck, and we have no seam on the bottom. It's kind of cropped. Kind of looked at this as like a yoga, like athleisure kind of top. We had it in summer, so now it'll be our mock twist. I think we'll do really well.
Although we're actually gonna try styling of this catalog for lifestyle.
Yeah.
That fan, which is new way to.
And then really exciting moment for women. Our Lynn Henleys have been our best thing in fall holiday for men forever. We're finally doing them for girls. We're gonna have it in the green and then the gray mock twist, so matching back to the guys. 3 buttons, raglan sleeve, that true saddle bottom. We built it off of our baseball body, so it should be similar fitting. We're really excited about these.
We have a third color layering on for fall too.
And that
like-
Merlot color.
And that's like, I think, like, ladies were still in all of the men's, and then so just
We're really excited about that.
Also in double knit on a double knit cowl neck hoodie a ton. There's a hanger in here. I was like, what is this? Did this last year in neutral with the gray stripes. We flipped it. Now it's the charcoal stripe or charcoal with the neutral stripe. I think that'll do really well.
It's just a wider.
Change the body a little bit. It used to have thumb holes, and now they do not have thumb holes.
Oh, no doubles, huh?
That is fun. Some awesome outerwear coming in fall one.
Sorry, on the sleeves in general, our sleeves were fitting really long for women, so we would take up a little bit. Part of that means don't hole if it's not right in your hole.
Yeah. We have our birds zigzag we've done forever. We have done it in the past in like black and white or gray, so it has kind of a moral look to it. And we tried some different combinations, but they just like weren't acting the same. So in spring, we did it in cream on game, and it actually did well. So now we're trying it charcoal on charcoal. These jackets are great because they're pretty lightweight and can kind of be an oversized like cardigan, or can like sit up and be a full jacket. Summer we got rid of the collar, but we're bringing the original R back, so it has that collar still. Pocket good.
same body is not here.
2 big pieces right
Same
here
body.
would be getting behind. I would say very big. You know, they're just like great pieces. They're incredibly personal. They're soft. It's also unique and family. That's boucle yarn woven in the back of the.
to classic for us.
Yeah, and then the olive oil.
So is that a woven or a knit? Looks like
Knit. Yeah. It lives in Jack's for us, but it's almost more dessert. It's like it's a highlight.
Really excited about this utility coat coming out. We did the Harriet utility coat last August. It was a bestseller for us. We've updated the body. It's a little longer and it has a saddle bottom. The waist still cinches, and then we have the hit on the taping here. That's like olive, white. Color is a little bit darker, higher collar, and just kind of taking that classic and making it a little bit more style fashion. But this will probably be like a bestseller.
What is that tree?
What's it called?
Or what is it?
What do you call
It's a
this?
selvage tape.
Yeah. We could get a real. Okay.
We didn't have to do anything on that this year.
It has that same little label here, and it has the little hanger, but no external patches.
Yeah, I think you're talking about.
Can you guys speak to why that is like every day a customer has like 1 to 3 really coats in their closet already. So what? But this one, when you feel like the bodies and silhouettes are changing a little bit in markets.
Yeah, there's like a really style out right now, parachute coat. That's kind of this body. It's like a little longer, but then cinched at the waist. I think these are also flattering body because it kind of covers like your butt in front, but goes up on the side, so it's really styled. All trenches and dusters are a really big comeback, which I think a lot of like that oversized style comes from.
I don't know why I keep buying these kits, but I do. It's like you can't have enough of them somehow, and each one is a variation on something. I think just longer saddle hem, really higher collar, just give it something really appealing. That you put it on it, like that makes everything cooler.
And a little bit more unique. I feel a lot of them have that utility body. This kind of just makes it a little more special. It has a Verta pocket here, so it's a little bit of like an pocket. Kind of a reason like why to buy this one. Molly said if you already punch, like making it different. So
It's like how to stand out. In
Sign
a
entry. Yeah.
you know. And just,
Yeah,
can you
that's
wear
it.
this high waist things?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know. Yeah, I think that's like that body that sort of plays into like what people are wearing now. You know, like helping them. Like, yeah, you know, it's like if you're starting to see like wardrobe like this goes with how it would be. Like, the way to take a trend parachute, like not ready for like some crazy parachute coat, like has elements that were inspired by that in a more like everyday useful way.
I always love these coats too because like I would wear a jean jacket every day except I can rotate in these.
Yeah.
It's like such a nice alternative to like.
And I feel like this army green is kind of neutral. So then for sweaters, poncho coming out. Reversible is building off of the Wilma Aztec poncho we did last year that was reversible. One side is blue with gray stripes, and the other side is gray with blue stripes. I think it's the same fabric as last year, really soft.
That's fluffy.
That's what fluffy.
Yeah.
There were two last year. There was a really hairy one, that cream
Yeah.
one that came out earlier.
It's less fluffy than the black one.
We might have actually used the less of
I don't know. We weren't intending to change. It should be the quality, but maybe it's reading less fluffy because of the color.
I mean, I feel like it's
We
better
had more
less fluffy
contrast
for
in colors because it was black, white last year, and so you might have just seen it more, and then might shed on each other more.
And like, I would be curious to know what was like one show support the first you know, is it like run? Is it here?
We've done these always in the past as just like an easy layering piece. Like I'm sure like from us wanting to be like our girls easy and not, I mean, it's something to grow on. I feel like we've dressed them up in the past, but they've been more like black base, so you kind of like put it with your black dress and doing it in this light blue gray, and then like the way we decided to style the catalog, I think kind of show a different light where it's like you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, you're at a barbecue or like a bonfire and throw it on and just like a nice that kind of hybrid.
Yeah.
A brand new development is this awesome we're going to be doing. It has the intricate stitching details with like the ring going in this sort of duck diamond pattern and straight raglan. But the neck's going to be changing from the sample you see a little bit. It's more it's like set in. It's a different piece right now. It's just continual and a little bit floppy, so it'll be like more structured. It's a mock neck. Really excited about this. It's mint washed. Which done this with men in the Conceal last spring, and we also did it last holiday. So it's excited to bring for women. I think it's 100% cotton.
If they get washed, so this should be like a phrase that speaks to like keep doing it because it's like take thing. Is it immediately feel like your favorite well-worn piece? You know, like it's just wash down. You know, it's like it's like lifted in well.
Yeah. And tech, because it shows there's a lot of high lows and whatever we're using, or yarn in this case. This is a really good silhouette too. It's a little bit shorter and more of a swing body. Easy. Protection.
So then for wovens, we have another nurture, that same body again, really cute, and this light plaid, bringing in that kind of Merlot color that you'll see in fall too. It's keeping it lightweight. It's August.
This is the one rare cotton plus in this.
This is that same fabric we saw in men's. Really excited to bring it in for. We really loved it. This first time we're doing a pover silhouette for women and popovers first for men. That we first did in holiday, that crushed it, and now we're doing really well in summer. So excited to keep that going. And our popover dresses that we just had for women in summer so amazing. So I think so.
Well, there was like the
Yeah, so the stripes go vertically and then the pot go horizontally, which our new women's designer Claire got to do, and it's actually really great detail. I think the men's is horizontal all around. Yeah. So they're a little different.
You make a note to talk to Claire about
this shirt was inspired by, is that the original? No? Inspired by shirt Molly's right now. Just a really cool, like washed out kind of utility shirt that she's worn forever. So we tried to replicate. So we're doing it in the green, which brings in olive color, and they're also doing it in a charcoal. It's really soft.
It's tensile.
So it has these cool double pockets with a little pleat in the middle. That saddle bottom, and I think great.
like a sand itself. So that's important with like a trickle. Sanding gives that like that true pro as well. Like you can see sort of like it takes it's shiny and just gives it a bit of that fade, like but very lightly. Sanding is just like lightly brushed.
And then this is a sneak peek into fall too. Of the samples that I'd show you guys. A cool boot denim shirt for women. For men was successful, so I want to bring that in for women. It's definitely more lightweight, but it's a darker wash. Same double pocket body. Great layering piece. This is really stressful. We have these two dresses coming in, which is that sort of like non-Cupro that we saw in the black tank coming in.
It's a Cupro. It's
Is it
line.
Cupro? I thought
Yeah.
it was like
The Jersey line. What's Cupro? I don't think we know how to explain it to you.
It's like a very smallest part.
Oh.
It's really like the feel. It's like you know how the cashmere is like this hard. I would just
No, bird.
I asked Yemi yesterday, she said it was like it's the like the fluffy something. And then take that and then you use it as bead with rayon rayon.
Yeah, it's great because it's super silky with that kind of matte brushed finish. So it's not, well, you'll see this is an incorrect example. It's also in this blue color, but be in this fact, but it doesn't have that like shiny that silk has. It has that more matte kind of make it more like on brand and casual. Still really soft. That'll be in these two colors.
Very easy body.
Yeah.
Essentially our t-shirt body, but in a like slightly dressier.
And then lastly for bottoms, we have our punchy pant that we did this fall coming in, but it's new and improved. Last year it ran really small and the zipper was coming undone. So this year we've improved the fit. We added, whatever you call this situation, and make it fit you better. And the zipper has been adjusted so it will not and it has a little hook and eye in the back to make it stay up. But these will be slightly high waisted. It's a great pant.
It looks thicker too.
The fabric.
So the waistband.
Yeah, the waist.
Oh, the waistband. Yeah.
What is that?
Ponte. Yeah, it's like a thick. Yeah.
What that is?
What ponte is? I don't know technically, but it's kind of like thick spandex.
I think it's like an interlock, which is like some form of version where the it's like almost like like the faces. It's just a bit thicker.
It's like a thicker, nicer, like wearing a legging. Really. Then we are building off the success of all of our wide pants and bringing them in this olive color. This is a slightly different fabric, which is a lighter weight navy one, and the stripe one that we've done a little drapier. So really excited. I think this version we've done yet. Same top with the paper bag and the tied belt closure, and really just rounding out that all olive story that's prevalent in all one.
Is that Cooper? No.
It's not Cooper. This is Tencel cotton.
Tencel cotton, and it's different than what we've run it in previously twice. That also had Tencel in it, but it just wasn't so soft. It had two spandex in it, which we didn't feel like we needed with such an oversized pant. And these are incredibly soft and get a really nice brushy shade in the twill that just kind of dull the fabric a little bit and give it really nice size and leather.
So when a lot of people try these on, they seem really long. They're made purposely so that you underwear the heels as you could, because it's really awkward when they float sort of your shoe when you're wearing heels. But if people's stores are complaining, it's like a really easy hem, and it's supposed to be that way because if it's too short, yeah, that would.
And you do kind of have to lose the length based on what shoes you're going to wear with. Like if you're going with flats, like it's a flat length. If you're going to wear it with those, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Something fabric is Allison piece? No.
Is what?
You know, Allison.
No, this is the only thing we've used this fabric in, right, is these hands.
Yeah.
That have been changed.
I get heavy waist Tencel, which is cool because the Tencel is a naturally like very good fabric, but there's still like a thickness there, not like so it's like it just performs differently than the Allison pants are very thin fabric, so it's like I'm just so out for this is really appropriate.
That is pre-fall all on.
Thank you.
Are there any like I mean I jotted down some